All right, here we go again. Whoop whoop, y'all. That's my dog barking, of course, almost on cue. Completely silent until I go live, and now she wants to bark. Anyway, here we are. My name is Shovel of Precious Juggalos. I'm here in the Juggalo dungeon, here for another day of live streaming. Apparently someone's at my front door. It's very noisy above me. You can hear the atmospheric noises of the dungeon that I preside in. But anyway, here we are. Right off the bat, we've got JR and David, Mr. Hyatt, in the chat. So, whoop whoop, y'all. Welcome to Wednesday. I was frantically trying to figure out the adding a background music track to this stream. Obviously didn't get done. That's a work in progress, and boy, is it work, apparently. Anyway, today we will be enjoying another can of Faygo cotton candy. Because why not, you know? There she is. Bada bing, bada boom. This, of course, you guys remember, was yesterday's project that we finished up. Need to clear coat him before I put him up on the shelf into his permanent residence, but until then, he can move to the side. Boop. Yeah, there's so many noises right now. That's the creaking wood floors of my my old house. Sounds like my wife is moving back and forth quite a bit up there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my dog. She's big enough to make that noise too. One of them days, you know? Been refreshing my email all day kind of days. Oh, I never moved my camera either. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's just me being a little extra. Here, let me adjust some lights here. Oh, or not. Maybe I won't. Seems like that might cause a catastrophe, so I'm not going to do that. But as you can see, we are starting fresh on a new piece today. Today we are painting an actual precious moment into a precious juggalo. Yeah. I'm glad it's Wednesday, honestly. I don't know. It's been a week. Oh, you're catching it from the inception. Yeah. This is momentous. Yeah, I usually kind of screw these up because I'll like when I put the white down on a face, I'll end up painting like multiple white all at the same time. So then, you know, they just kind of show up and their faces are already white, but not today. Today, we are absolutely clean slate, starting from the beginning of the beginning with, the You Have Touched So Many Hearts, Precious Moments piece. Yummy. All right. Anyway. On with the show, right? Although I feel like I forgot to say something, but I don't know what it would be. Honestly, I think part of this week being weird is, you know, I want the Super Bowl to get here, you know. It's I'm from Kansas City, so obviously I've got a little bit of a vested interest into it. So yeah, I just want it to be Sunday, and I don't know. I'm nervous, I'm anxious, I'm excited. Got a couple other things going on in my life that are causing some of the same feelings. And then I rush home from work and try to improve this little stream every day. But today I didn't really get any improvements done per se. I don't think. I mean, I did a little research into the how to add music on an OBS stream situation, but clearly I ran out of time to actually get it done. I was in the process of doing it. But I just want to find a track that's like, you know, an hour long instead of doing a full playlist of like 20 or 30 2 to 3 minute tracks. That just seems like too much work. In this day and age, somebody should have already done that for me. Am I right? And I really wish you could, in OBS, I wish you could just like link a another YouTube channel, because there's plenty of, you know, streaming music that's live at all times on YouTube. Or there's even tracks that are, I mean, you can really enter any time frame in and you will find a video with the music to fit that time frame. But that is not how this software works. Yeah. And I have that. That's part of the I like ran out of time situation. I don't know, I'll get it figured out. In the meantime, this little precious moment, I think, is probably more important anyway. Meanwhile, the music I do have playing in my physical background seems like it is blaring. It may not be for y'all, because my microphone doesn't really aim that direction, but my face does. Maybe that's why I'm talking so loud. Hang on one sec. Let me drop this down a couple notches. There. Yeah, see, you can barely hear it. I hear it. And it is potent. Yeah, I don't even know what I landed on. I was really down to the wire, and I just, I didn't get my standard Lo-Fi Girl channel. It's a different Lo-Fi Girl. Synthwave Radio. It beats to chill and game to. And it's a little bit more aggressive. A little more upbeat. So, the plan with this... Here, let me... Man, I'm all over the place. Let me finish using the paint that's on my brush before I stall out and let everything dry and make my brush awful. And then we'll talk about what my plans are. Some of you already know. Oh, and another thing. Dang it. Something else I have to work on, JR. Somebody, I posted my channel in the on Reddit, and somebody from Reddit came and watched yesterday's stream after the fact, and they said, "Hey man, just a little tip. You should read the comments verbally so we know what you're responding to because we can't see it." And he's right, or she. So I need to work on that. So the last thing JR said was the music kind of sounds ominous. LOL. So that's what I was referring to earlier when I said that it's loud and aggressive. Anyway, all right. Paint's out of the brush. Let me clean it real quick. JR is currently agreeing with the Redditor that gave me the good tip. Because it is a good tip. Obviously a good tip. Something I do need to improve on. Yes, I do need to read the live comments. Because surprisingly, my videos are getting watched more after the stream than they are during the stream, which, you know, whatever. It's all good. I'm happy for all of it. And I'll take all of it. And thank you for watching. But yeah, I think it takes like 48 hours for the live comments to be cleared. So if somebody's watching the stream within that window, they can't access the live comments. And that sucks. Oh, JR. I'm looking for a text-to-speech option on OBS, maybe a plugin. I don't know. I used to have it when I streamed straight from my PlayStation. So text, you mean the text in the chat would be like automatically verbalized? Because that would be cool, but also, I don't know. I kind of planning for the future. The expectation, or not the expectation, the hope is that at some point the chat will be so active that that would be distracting, potentially. Or not. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. JR agrees that it could be, well, and dangerous, yeah, in that somebody could comment something terrible, and the robot wouldn't know it, and the robot would just say it out loud, and then all of a sudden, you look bad. You look real bad. So yeah. I don't know. I probably won't be doing that. I don't know. These are all things I need to, another thing I need to work on, another aspect. I need to get a pop filter, which I did move my mic away a little bit, hopefully to prevent some of that. When I was rewatching my stream yesterday, which I always do because I do want quality control. Good God, if they could please stop walking around upstairs. It's so noisy. Oh, so JR just said that the text-to-speech option that he had on his PlayStation, it would read swear words, but not slurs or hate speech. So that's cool. The AI or whatever would be smart enough for that. Yeah. All right, so we're going to zoom in again. Talk about what my plans are. You know, it feels dark. I think I need a another light that's facing towards me, maybe. Everything is kind of behind me, pushing this direction, nothing this direction. Anyway, I digress. talk about the ins and outs of the technicalities of this stream all day long. It doesn't matter. That's not what you're here for. You're here for this. Or maybe you're here for my rambling of nonsensical mishmash. I don't know. Either way, thanks for being here. The plan with this piece. Obviously, we'll be putting some Juggalo makeup on the face, but what I really want to do, and could be pretty intensive, is on these little hearts here, I want to do little individual hatchet men. And I do have a history of painting rather small hatchet men. It's difficult, but it's doable. The only thing is I don't know if I should unstring the hearts. You see how they're wired on with this copper wire, which seems weird, but that's original. You would think it would be like a thread or small ribbon or something. But no, it's copper wire. So yeah, I kind of feel like it'd be easier to do if I did unstring it, but then it's on there so nice. I don't know if I could string it back on nearly as nice and as well spaced as it currently is. Yeah, so I may have just talked myself out of that idea. I'm still going to paint the hatchet men. But yeah, I probably won't unstring it. But I think that would look cool. And it would just boost the juggification of the piece. Would also boost the labor involved as well. That would be quite a bit more effort and paint. But I think it would be cool. Sorry, I've been refreshing my email all day. I've been kind of hoping to get an email today. Anyway, let me take off this hoodie. Fun fact about Shovel. I don't like eating, and I don't like doing fine motor movements with long sleeves on. Why? I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I feel encroached upon, like I'm not free enough to do the things I need to do. Also, maybe I'm afraid I'm going to drag my sleeves through my food. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's just what makes me special. I don't like to eat with long sleeves. Sometimes down here in the dungeon it gets cold, and you may see me with sleeves on, but I can assure you my mind is screaming the entire time. All right. Yes, JR, you're correct. That might be something in the back of my mind too, the worry of getting paint on my sleeve. I was wearing a Kansas City Chiefs hoodie. So yeah, I definitely don't want to get paint on that. JR runs hot, so he doesn't like long sleeves. I do. Well, first off, let me just say this. I hate it when people say that they are a child of the 80s, or the 90s, sorry. I hate it when people say they're a child of the 90s and they were born in like 1998. Nah. To me, to be a child of the 90s, you need to have actually had the ability to experience and recall the 90s. So, if you were in diapers in the 90s, you're not a child of the 90s, you're a child of the aughts. Or whatever you want to call the 2000s. You just want to be cool because people from the 90s are cool. That being said, took a real roundabout for this interesting tidbit, I guess. I love wearing layers, and it's because of the 90s, because of the grunge era. I like having long sleeves on under my my t-shirts. especially long sleeves that are like striped or I don't know, not just like a typical undershirt, I guess. JR says he's a child of the 90s but was born in 86. Don't remember shit from the 80s. So I do. I would actually say I am a child. I don't know. So I was born in 79, right? So I wore diapers during the first half of the 80s, but I certainly remember the second half of the 80s. But I definitely remember all of the 90s. So I was a literal child in the 80s. But cognizant enough that I remember going to see Return of the Jedi in the movie theater. E.T. I remember seeing E.T. in the movie theater. I remember seeing First Blood. That would be the first Rambo movie for all you heathens out there that think it's Rambo. It's called First Blood. And I saw that at the drive-in theater as a kid. I'll never forget that. My brother and I weren't supposed to be watching. We were supposed to be asleep in the back of the station wagon. But we weren't. But yeah, I love long sleeves. I love layers. JR says he misses drive-ins. I do as well. We do have a couple here in Kansas City. I actually, my wife, our first, well, one of our first dates was to the drive-in theater. One of our first dates, just the two of us. And then I kind of made it a regular thing where we basically went every weekend. So it's a big part of our lives. I've always been a big drive-in fan. In fact, I had plans to propose to my wife at the drive-in theater, but it didn't work out. So instead I interrupted a concert and asked her to marry me up on stage New Year's Eve. Yeah, drive-in theaters are awesome. They're getting really expensive, though, which stinks. The concert that I proposed to my wife at, David is asking, was it was actually some local bands at the time. The band that I actually interrupted was a band that was on my music label. So they were in on it. They knew it was happening, and they were really stoked that I chose to do it during their set. The name of the band was Kill That Kid. I think they do have music posted somewhere. They were really good. Post-hardcore band. They had two singers. It was good stuff. They had like a metal singer, or well, metal growler, I should say, and then a kind of a melodic screamo singer as well. It was a great band. Really, really loved Kill That Kid. Made one album, awesome album, loved it a lot. Still listen to it. It's in my car now, actually. See, that's a thing for me. That's part of the reason why I really do care about the sound system in my vehicles, because of the drive-in, which you are kind of limited to the broadcast quality if you're doing it through the FM. But you know, it's technology's pretty good nowadays. So you at least get stereo sound. And a wide range of sound. Jimmy Casino back in the chat. What's up, my friend? Yeah, drive-in theaters are awesome. I love them. JR says he's in the Boondocks, so the closest drive-in for him is a 2-hour drive. That's a shame. 'Cause mine, we have 2 active ones in Kansas City that I'm aware of. And both are good. Both are good. One is a single screen, and the other is, I can't remember if it's a twin or a quad. But either way, we've got options. Jimmy says, hope your day was awesome. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop to you as well, Jimmy. Day's been okay. Been a little stressful. Talked about that earlier. Is what it is. You know, big boy stuff. Big boy stuff got me all psyched out. I almost drank my brush cleaning water. That was a close one. Anyway, whoop whoop. Cheers. Some cotton candy Faygo. Jimmy, since you're just joining us, this is what we just started on today. This is day 1 of this paint. So, just did the second layer of white on the face. Looks like I might do another, probably watered down layer of white to try to smooth it out a little bit and get a good undercoat. And then I'll switch over to black and get started on that. And then, like I told the guys earlier, I'm going to do little hatchet men on each of the hearts. Just to round it all out. Yeah, this is an actual Precious Moments figurine. It is not going to come in focus, but I'll read it out loud. It is called the You Have Touched So Many Hearts from 1983. This is a Jonathan and David designed Precious Moment figurine. For you Precious Moments heads out there, I know you guys are up on all that, all the different designs and designers. I will say, the founder of Precious Moments, his name is Sam Butcher. And if you find a Sam Butcher designed Precious Moment, ooh, those are supposed to be worth so much. But I don't care. I'd still Juggalo it. Also, Sam Butcher is a bit of a tool bag, so, you know, screw that guy. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I got a little white in on the eye of the figurine, so I was just cleaning it up. It's probably not fun to watch me stick a knife into the eyeball, but this is the best way to do it that I've found. JR says that he is a hardcore Precious Moments fan, and that's the whole reason that he got into the Juggalo life. And, you know, I've heard that so often, that Precious Moments is just a gateway drug to being a Juggalo. It might be now with this nonsense I do. Wouldn't that be funny if I unintentionally convert some people to Juggaloism because of this weirdness that I do? Make me laugh anyway. Okay, so that should be dry. Royal... I'll have to look that up, David. Is it Royal Dalton? Is that how it's pronounced, or Dalton? I think I've heard that before, but I don't know, old lady. To me, they're all old lady figurines. Like, you know, old lady figurine. I don't know. Whatever. Made in Japan, that one. One of my friends asked me if I wanted to paint any. Oh my gosh, what's the? I'm stuck on Amway. It's Avon. Apparently, Avon has a line of figurines that I didn't know about. The only problem with them is they're porcelain and they're a high gloss glaze over the top, and there's just no way to really paint over that. You'd have to remove the finish, and I don't want to do all that. That's too much. Precious Moments has a nice they leave a nice matte finish on their figurine faces, so it's easy to paint over the top. It sticks real good. Yo! King Capybara has entered the chat. And Jimmy Casino was also apparently born in 83. So you're the same age as this precious moment, I would gather. That's my assumption. Or just the general statement, 1983 was a fairly good year. Yeah. As previously stated, I witnessed it. I was alive for it. Possible I could remember some of 1983. I think I remember the rental house that my parents were living in at that time. Oh no. Hey, hang on one second. I just got a text message from somebody other than you, David. Yeah. There goes. Okay, let me finish up what I'm doing with this paint, and then talk amongst yourselves. I need to go talk to a friend of mine that's got something going on. All right, give me just a few minutes. I'll be sitting right here, but I need to do some texting real quick. I'm sure you guys understand. When a friend gives you bad news, you don't just sit on it. Sorry, let me turn the volume down on my computer. Okay. Sorry, guys. Anyway, back to... back to what we were doing. David, I did... Yeah, I looked up Royal Dalton. My wife calls those head vases, so that's what I know those as. But I do know those. And yeah, like I said, I've said before, David and I, we know each other in real life. So I did text him back about. He sent me some reference pictures. I think I could paint those, and I have thought about it before. Sorry, one sec. Okay. King Capybara says the 90s were the best years for ICP, which is true. 100% true. I think we can all agree on that. Jimmy said I could take my time. I appreciate you, man. JR, I feel like the late 90s, early 2000s were best music-wise and largest crowds. And you're speaking specifically for ICP. And I would agree with that as well, because, again, when the albums they had at that time was their best work. So obviously it resonated with people better. Yeah. Jimmy's only seen ICP once in Indiana. It was in Indianapolis. And JR said, where at in Indy? Okay. Man, I'm trying so hard to do the thing, the Reddit tip, and now I'm divulging your own interpersonal conversations in the chat. I don't know what it's all a learning process. Muncie. I swear I know somebody from Muncie. Don't know who it would be, though. And you know how that's going to work out. I'm going to think of that person at 4 a.m. this morning, and I'm going to wake up out of my sleep abrupt. And freak myself out with the knowledge. But by then it'll be too late. But I definitely know somebody from Muncie. Okay. Another little dab of white here. Right above this eye. There we go. All right. So gonna let that dry, and then I think we're done with the white end of this. Man, with that camera so far away, it makes these smaller figures look teeny tiny. Maybe I'll put the camera all the way up there when I paint big stuff and lower it for the smaller stuff. Maybe that would be a good idea. Yeah. Oh, goodness. While the paint's drying anyway, I'm going to adjust my camera. Maybe. Make sure that wouldn't yank any cables. No, I think we're good. So here we go. Hold your breath. Whoa. Oh dear. That could have been catastrophic. Maybe I should do more. Whoa. Okay, that's kind of more like the original shot, I think. Right? Kind of gives you a better look at what's going on. It's also a little more centered, a little bit. How does that make you all feel? Is that a better shot? I feel like I need to move my preview screen too. Oh my gosh. I hit my light. There we go. Okay, anyway. Delicious. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit more knife action into the eye of this this little girl here. This time with the magnifier. Whoa, that looks weird. Why does that look so strange? Thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy says it looks good. I think it looks strange because it's blocking the light. Is that what's... The more I complicate my setup, the more I make this difficult for myself. All right, if you look in the chat right now, JR just dropped... Oh, no, Wiggles. Wiggles, where did you come from? Look at you showing up out of nowhere. Casual Aquatics in the chat. That would be my man Wiggles. Just dropped a link to a Discord server that he created for Juggalos, by Juggalos, about Juggalo culture and Juggalo interests. If you consider yourself a Juggalo or Juggalo curious, just click on that link in the chat. It'll take you right to the server. And you'll get to know some interesting folks over there, including myself. I'm on that server. As well as JR and Wiggles. Excuse me. All right. I think that is better. So it's the microphone. This big old honking microphone casts a shadow. Oh, excuse me. Cotton candy got me burping. Casts a shadow, but somehow a glare at the same time. And I can't get it to focus. Whatever, I don't care. You know what I'm doing. I did scrape off a little bit too much paint. There's just a touch of white I need to pop on. But it is also 5:15 already. There's 15 minutes left in the stream. I want to start the black, but some of this white is still wet. Watering it down makes it take a lot longer. But it gives a much better finish. I'll tell you that. It's a good way to get rid of brush strokes on these things, I've learned. Did Wiggles just pop in, drop the link, and bounce? Is that what just happened? Or he's heating up his lunch, probably, more likely. Oh, there he is. Wiggles in the chat. It's always a party when Wiggles shows up. Like the dolls or the figurines, David? David's asking if I've done any of the Animal Precious Moments dolls. I've done a teddy bear Precious Moments figurine that is like this size by comparison. It's real small. And I've done a Precious Moments doll of a girl, but nothing in between. Yes. Wiggles Casual Aquatics just said in the chat, be sure to check out Precious's shop. By Precious, he means me. My shop is at... Oh, the figurines. My shop is preciousjuggalos.square.site. Lots of different pieces there for all of your Juggalo needs or decorating needs in general. If you want it for your fandom or just because, I don't know, it makes you chuckle seeing something like that on a shelf with a Juggalo face. Or you want to place it on a shelf as a joke in someone else's house. I've got what you need. The figurines, yeah, David, the only one I've done is that the little teddy bear one that I talked about. I've seen the other animal ones that are like I think there's like a circus train or something set that they did that has a lot of different animals. There have been some animals that are parts like included in the figurine. Like I've done one that had a goose, and I put a little Juggalo touch on the goose's face, and one that had a tiny little mouse, little bitty little mouse, and I gave it a Juggalo face. But yeah, let me find a quick picture of the teddy bear. Little bitty teddy bear. He's in here somewhere. Yep, there he is. Look at that little guy. Look at the glare on that guy. I assure you my phone is in focus. The camera doesn't want to be. How about... Oh, look at that. There he is. Little bitty Juggalo teddy bear. Little guy. So that's one I painted. And he is tiny. That's the cheapest thing in my shop because he is teeny tiny. Such a small figurine. But I also have like that one where they're making a batch of Fago Moon Mist up in heaven. I think the Thanksgiving one... Oh, nope. That's a little boy telling a little girl how much he loves her, and he's got a fistful of flowers. Let's see. What a fun little sideshow here. Dang it. The Thanksgiving one is... There it is. Yeah, I was talking about that one yesterday, I think. Where I talked about... Or I don't know, some point in the last few days where I talked about whether I wanted to completely overpaint a piece or not. Yeah, Precious Moments, Jimmy just said he remembers a Precious Moments kids coloring book from back in the day. Yeah, Precious Moments did a ton of licensed merchandise. I have a King James, or a New King James Bible that's a Precious Moments Bible somewhere in my stuff. My site is preciousjuggalos.square.site. You're gonna sneak one in? Yeah. Let me... .square.site, and let me copy paste. Whoop. Oh, Apple. Copy. Oh, JR just did it for me. Boom. There you go. In the chat right now is a link to my Square shop, my Square site. Yeah, there are a ton of options. Yeah. Some of the bigger pieces get a little pricey. Some of the smaller pieces get pretty cheap. On my site... Hey, look at that. That was a delicious German meal that my mom made for us. And that's me giving it a thumbs up after I was done. Whoa, that's weird. What in the world just happened? We just got balloons. I don't know what that means. Party time. Did y'all see that? It's the second time I've had a weird... I'm 2 minutes behind the chat, am I? Maybe I'm scrolled up. 1 second. I don't know. I don't know, man. So many things happening right now. Yeah. What are we talking about? Hello. I keep looking at my preview screen and my lighting looks super yellow. Is that how it looks for you guys too? It doesn't look normal. Maybe it's just me. Check my metering here. That's very yellow. Is that better? Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, it is 5:23, so we are gonna do the black portion of this paint tomorrow. So stay tuned for hot painting action of this precious moment, soon to be precious Juggalo, coming along swimmingly. So you can see that that white is pure. Very clean, no brush strokes. Maybe on the chin a little bit, but that'll be okay because some black will go over the top of that, so nobody will notice. So you guys got ahead of me? Am I crazy? It's usually the other way around. I don't know. I'm also in my own little world. I don't know what's going on. Maybe somebody's downloading a huge file at my house right now. Anyway, we are in fact live. It is 5:24 p.m. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and start wrapping it up. So shout out to JR, David, King Capybara, Jimmy Casino, and Wiggles from Casual Aquatics for stopping in today, participating in the chat. Probably a shout out to Sting as well, probably lurking in the background as he tends to do. And anybody else that's popped in, I appreciate you guys. slowly but surely building up a little fan base. And it's neat. It's fun hanging out with y'all. So yeah, Wiggles says, if you follow Shaggy the Airhead on social media, today is his birthday. So wish him a happy birthday. So do that. I'm not behind on that, Wiggles. I do realize that's a little further back in the chat. I was just not looking. Yeah. So anyway, I stream live here in the Juggalo dungeon every Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Y'all are welcome to come in and watch or chat or do whatever. Like I've said before, I would like to be the Bob Ross of Juggalo artwork, where you can just tune in and tune out, or participate or not, take a nap, whatever. I don't care. I want this to be a soothing hour for everyone, including myself, because that's what this has been for me. It's just time for me to relax, to not worry about what's going on in my world, to just enjoy doing something I enjoy doing. And if you all enjoy watching me do it, then sounds like a party to me. So yeah, whoop whoop all y'all. I actually did notice that in my my metrics on one of my videos, YouTube had shown that people that had watched my video had watched it after searching for Bob Ross. So that's hilarious, and I love it. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's it. Bob Ross is from Muncie. That would be funny. Yeah. That would be funny if that's why that's in my head. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see y'all back here again tomorrow. My name is Shovel. These are Precious Juggalos. You can watch me paint them live here on YouTube. I'm also on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, but I don't really care about Twitter. I'm on Reddit. I'm on Discord. Go to the Gathering of the Juggalos Discord. There is a link somewhere in the chat. Pop in over there. You can hang out with weirdos just like you and me. Anyway, whoop whoop again. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for being cool. Have a great evening. See